Greetings, my name is Chamomile and this is an exploration of the entire galaxy sector by sector. Today, we're looking at the Maldrood Sector in 12th Cerulean Spear Command. In the long tradition of Imperial oversectors being named after sectors nobody cares about, the Maldrood Sector is the namesake for the Maldrood Oversector, the official name for 12th Cerulean Spear, after it was reorganized from a theater of war to a unit of government at the end of the Clone Wars. Maldrood is less baffling of a choice than most because Maldrood Sector is actually middlingly important. Its capital planet of Kentares used to call itself the Jewel of the Mid-Rim back in the late Republic, and while that was self-proclaimed, Kentares does fit right in with planets like Iriadu, Naboo, and Kashyyyk as mid-rim planets that were pretty great places to live. Maldrood Sector is also home to the Wheel, one of those space casinos built in orbit over a star with no habitable planets. No habitable planets means no planetary government to worry about, just the sector government and Republic law, so that's one less layer of regulation on gambling. Maldrood Sector sided with the CIS in the Clone Wars. The shipyards at Abhayan were a major staging point for the Republic in the Tianese War back in the early Republic days, and the CIS hoped to use them to fend off the 12th Cerulean Spear of the Grand Army of the Republic. And that did not work. Funny enough, I can't find any record of a battle here, though. Did the CIS just abandon these shipyards? By the time of the Clone Wars, Abhayan wasn't nearly as impressive as places like Kuat or Mon Calamari, but they were still a regionally significant barrier between the Republic and the Separatist capital on Raxus. By the time of the Outer Rim sieges, the clones were on the doorstep of the Tion cluster, far past Abhayan. It's hard to believe that the Seps gave it up without a fight, so it seems like Aayla Secura and the 12th Cerulean Spear probably captured at some point, but I can't find any record of exactly when or how. I didn't realize you lost that much information when the Imperial bureaucracy was dissolved. That's nuts, it was only a few decades ago. Regardless of how Abhayan got, it and the sector capital at Kentares were two of many separatist worlds to face Imperial retribution after the Clone Wars. The planet was strip-mined and the environment ruined. The place is basically a wasteland now. There were some efforts to rebuild when High Admiral Trutin Teradok used it as the capital of Greater Maldrood, an independent Imperial remnant nation declared after the Battle of Jakku and the death of the Emperor. Greater Maldrood didn't last long, though. The Moff of the Meridian Sector defected to the New Republic, the Moff of the Anti-Meridian Sector invaded to try and keep Meridian Sector in Greater Maldrood, and when Admiral Akbar came down the Prelemian trade route to liberate Meridian Sector, High Admiral Teradok let him through and the New Republic established an enclave from both the Meridian and Anti-Meridian sectors, and after that showing of weakness, the so-called Emperor Zinj bit off the Tion cluster and the whole thing just kind of collapsed from there. Maldrood Sector remains the nominal capital of Greater Maldrood to this day, but no one outside Maldrood Sector cares about their territorial claims, and they definitely aren't standing between the New Republic's core and Mon Calamari's space at the other end of the Prelemian trade route.